My name is James William Shee. This is Country Havoc number 2. Okay, two things. So, for the last 2 or 3 days, I have been trying to wait for this box to come for my PlayStation, and apparently it will be coming next week now instead of like last week, like it should have been here. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I took care of that by calling PlayStation people, so I have a couple more days to beat the game again. Now, also, if you've been keeping up the speed for the last 3 days, I have been doing every mission without my Nomad, and now I found out why. Well, apparently some jackass scavenger fired an EMP somewhere when I was driving, and I never noticed it. And so the damn Nomad broke down. So my feelings have been hurt for the last 3 days, only to find out it's actually part of the storyline. And I was like, that bitch ain't broke down. None of the times I've played the game before, everywhere I've been in Eldon before, the game has never broke down. Not the game, the damn Nomad has never broke down. And for like the last 3 days, the Nomad broke down. So from Sunday till Wednesday, I have been every mission. I just been like running places. So you know, um, Ryder's got thick legs. So finally figured out why, and yes, my Nomad is back in action. So now I can go complete this mission on Vol because I didn't do that, and because the for some reason, even though I fixed the planet, um, Ryder still gets cold as shit. So now I can go back to Vol and handle my business. But now on more news, since today is my mom's birthday, happy birthday, mom. The internet channel The Know had debunked this cancellation of Mass Effect's DLC as a hoax, and that Mass Effect was being shut down, therefore forever. So this video is for all you people who hate Mass Effect. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Mass Effect really only fucked up one game, and that's Game 3. Because the trilogy, the four endings, was a fucking cop out. That's pretty much my story, and I'm sticking to it. But as far as Andromeda goes, okay, they had some bugs and some minor issues. Uh, okay, yeah, I don't get zapped. Story spoiler alert: you don't get to see your mom outside of the stasis pod, and you don't get to spend time with Scott or Sarah after the game is over. So if you haven't done any of the side missions or whatever, you can go back to Meridian as many times as you want, and you still won't see Scott or Sarah, depending on which rider you choose to be. Since I've been playing a Sarah rider, trying to build up her character before I break it down and play a Scott, but it's not gonna matter because when I get my PlayStation back, they'll probably all be erased anyway. So, and maybe I'll finally get that damn pie jack. Yes, every time I make a Mass Effect video, I will be bitching about not getting that fucking pie jack because most people, if they bought the base model, the pie jack was like the only thing they offered. And then all of a sudden they had like the deluxe and the super deluxe. The super deluxe came with the freaking Nomad, and the deluxe came with the hoodie, the pie jack, and something else, which I don't think was fair. They should have just had one offer everything and not two offers, because I really didn't want no fucking Nomad. I got nowhere to keep the damn thing, and I'm not paying an extra $100 for a die-cast metal vehicle unless it comes with Sarah and Scott and Alec Ryder. Now then, I would cough up that extra $100 because I actually get action figures that can go in the Nomad. Or better yet, if you wanted to really make money, why didn't you just make the whole cast of the fucking Tempest, and solve that problem? Or make every important character. You have their new council, so you have Foster, you have the Solarian, you have the Turian, and you have Drax Rusha, and then you have Bradley. And then make the 7 people that's going to be on the Tempest. In fact, make the toy Tempest. In fact, make the whole fucking toy line. And sell that with the game for like $100. Hell yeah. I would drop $100 to get all that plus the game for $100. I mean, the PlayStation itself is like $500 for the PlayStation 4. So if I pay $600, I get the PlayStation 4 and that everything that I just mentioned, then yeah, I'd drop $600 for that shit because yes, I'm going to play with the action figures of Sarah and Scott Ryder and Drax and Gil and Kylo and Suvi and Lexi and Vetra. Who am I missing? And Cora and PB. So yeah, if you're gonna do that, yeah, that why else would I buy the Tempest and the people if it came with the people and not just the game? Oh, also, um, maybe some of those maps that's not in this Prima book that I paid $30 for. You know, because some maps are not in this goddamn book. I've been through it tooth and nail. I'll have more time to study it when I don't have the PlayStation anymore. But you know, this is all about people hating on Mass Effect. You guys need to stop. You know, a lot of us thoroughly enjoyed the game. And I'm speaking specifically for me. I thoroughly enjoyed Mass Effect, the trilogy, and Andromeda. I thoroughly enjoy it. I mean, this here is like 7 to 9 pages of all the Fem Shepards that I created. Okay, it's 9 pages plus the back of how many Fem Shepards I made. So that should tell you that if there's anybody out here who's a bigger Mass Effect fan than me, I don't know who they are. But I'm a big Fem Shepard fan. I'm not a male Shepard fan, don't get me wrong. But if I'm going to play a game and I have to watch this guy or girl run all day and the camera tends to pan mostly to their ass in the third game, then let me look at Fem Shepard's ass, because I don't want to look at male Shepard's ass all goddamn day. And you know, with all due respect to the actor that talks for male Shepard, Fem Shepard's delivery is just a little bit better. Now, as an actor who has not been discovered, I'm going to voice my opinion. I didn't say he was a bad actor. I just said that the female actor was better. And she also gets more options than male Shepard, unless you want to go in a male feminine type way. I'm trying not to insult people. I'm pretty sure I just fucked that all up. But with the Ryder twins, I mean, you can't knock that. It's just basically Luke and Leia Skywalker. They're just not royalty, and they're going through all these places and they're getting everything done. And with male Ryder, you can actually romance an Angara. Well, shit. With female Ryder, you can romance an Angara because you'll be romancing Jaal. So you know it works both ways. But you can have the threesome with both of them. Who doesn't want to have a threesome? I wanted Shepard to have a threesome. Them Shep with Garrus and damn it, Jacob. That would have been fucking awesome in game 2 to be able to have a threesome. Or even better, Fem Shep with Tally and the ninja chick, Kasumi. Or Fem Shep with Liara and Kasumi. Or Fem Shep with Liara and Miranda. Everybody knows Miranda. She's the chick from Chuck, the beautiful blonde chick. Yeah, that's Miranda. So like I said, if I could have 3 women on my screen doing adult things, that would be fucking awesome. So like I said, I'm probably one of, if not the biggest Mass Effect fan. So please stop hating on Mass Effect. I want Andromeda to continue. I know that one guy can't really make a difference because my name is not Charles fucking Xavier. But if I could make a difference, if I could get a job working with BioWare, if I could be the guy writing the next adventure for the Ryder twins, damn right I'd do it. But I'd throw a couple of twists in there. I'd also make them have cured Ellen, and you know, I'd probably have a DLC so that we could get to know Alex and like go back to like the first Contact Wars and shit like that. But I don't work for BioWare. But there's an idea. If you guys want to use it, feel free. You don't even have to pay me for it. Just give me the first copy for free. You know, in fact, make it a game. Don't even make it a DLC. Just mail it to my house. You know, 512 Rougemont. Anyway, you know, I would take the next step in it, like from Meridian, and then plus the Korean DLC, and then I would just open up that whole universe and worry about that, and then I would throw in a twist. No Reapers, but I would throw in some Protheans, and I would throw in some God damn it, what are they? The Jardan, and I would also throw in some Geth. Since if you haven't paid attention to the game, spoiler alert, Suvi mentions to Ryder, depending on which Ryder you're talking to, that they had found it through a Geth transmission. So maybe some Geths could have got lost in space. Maybe some Jardan bumped into some Protheans. There's all kinds of possibilities in there. You just have to get writers to sit down and talk. And I could use a job. And Mass Effect is my favorite. So if you give me a job and insight and let me throw what I want in there, fuck yeah, I'll take the job. Do I have a problem moving to Canada? As long as I work from May to September, we're good. After September, Canada is cold as shit. And I don't want to be there. I don't function well in the cold. Unless you guys can give me like a gigantic space heater like the Angaran got, so I can work in that. Because I don't function well with cold. Now, being a vet, I can only tell you that when I was in Georgia, Georgia was only cold for like maybe 1 or 2 hours at night, and that was that hours between midnight and 2 a.m. Outside of that, it's hot as shit in Georgia. Now, if you want to go work there, I can live with that because I like the heat. I'm a summer baby. But, moving on, I really wish that you guys would stop hating on Mass Effect, especially Andromeda. Andromeda's the shit, and you can't knock the ending because the ending was way better than the trilogy's ending, and there was nothing promised. Where in the trilogy, you just know that you're gonna get the big boss battle that totally fucking sucked and it didn't happen. And then you're gonna get all this other shit, and then there's the indoctrination theory, which would mean Andromeda would be non-existent because there would have been a waste of time if everything was a dream. Anyway, so I kind of almost thought that everything was gonna be a dream when I got to the end and he breathed his last breath. I figured, they didn't even really give you a real aftermath, but each story they give you an aftermath, and then if you choose to do nothing, the aftermath is Liara talking, and then instead of having a guy for the Stargazer, you have a female talking for the Stargazer. So, and then you don't really get into detail of what the fuck happened. So, that's about the only thing I hated about Mass Effect. The end of the trilogy fucking sucked. The end of Andromeda was awesome because it leaves you open to still do side missions if you missed them. They hint at a DLC, so that would be great, and that could also spawn a new game. So stop hating on Mass Effect, and let's pull BioWare out of the damn frying pan and put their ass back into where they need to be so that they can give us 2 or 3 more Andromeda. Andromeda can probably carry its own. It has done well as far as I'm concerned. It's unfortunately I have to say this because Game 2 was my favorite in the whole trilogy, but for Andromeda to me is better than the trilogy. And not just because I can actually make my people who are Asian actually look Asian, but because of everything. Now those like glitches and bugs and shit, yeah, that kind of fucking suck. But that's really my only complaint, the things that I couldn't get, like my fucking Pyjack. But other than that, the game's off the fucking chain. I haven't stopped playing it since I got it, but my PlayStation's fucked up. And not only is it fucked up, it's fucked up royally because I had to go get a new Mass Effect Andromeda, change my warranty over for $3 extra fucking bucks for the year, and now the game's still doing the same shit. If you watch any of my videos, the game automatically pauses and says, can't create a save spot. Now, I've only got 4 PlayStation 4 games, which is Uncharted 4 because it came with the PlayStation, Tomb Raider, Until Dawn, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Because those are basically the only type of games I play, and I didn't get Wrestling 2017 for this because I really only bought it to play Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't buy it for the other stuff, but then I seen like the games were on sale, and if a game was on sale, oh okay, gotta get it, and so I got it, and that's the only reason why I got it because the damn games were on sale. Had they not been on sale or had they not come with the game, I would have bought the shit. And I had looked at Until Dawn, and I was like, yeah, I gotta play that shit. And I think the only reason that I wanted to play it was because you had the option of shooting the girl's eye out, and no, I saved her because she was the only Asian in the game. So yeah, I was completely pro-Asian. I couldn't save the black guy. I saved him from the deer, but I didn't get to save him from the Wendigo. I want to save all 7 of them, but the game's on loan to somebody else who just got married, and I don't know if I'll ever get my damn game back now. But anyway, the bottom line is, please stop hating on Mass Effect. Y'all need to leave Mass Effect alone and give it time to sizzle and salivate. Because, like it or not, the ending of Andromeda was way better than the ending of that trilogy, because the four endings of the trilogy, I'm sorry, BioWare and EA, I love Mass Effect, but the Game 3 trilogy's endings were a clusterfuck. Simple as that. Because, if you don't do nothing, you guys could have at least thrown us a DLC to find out what happens when you do absolutely nothing. Where you could have like had the combo DLC like with the Citadel where you go party and all that. But you could have had some kind of fifth ending that lets you know like, okay, well, okay, you dive through the beam and Shepard becomes one with everybody. You become a Reaper and Shepard leads the Reapers to help build everything they destroyed. Or you kill all the synthetic life, so that means Tally and all the robotic people just like pass the fuck away, which is not fair to Tally and them. And then you do nothing, and you don't know what happens to Shepard. So at least you could have done a DLC to like, alright, if you choose the fourth ending, which is do nothing, it lets you know how far the war goes on and if Shepard lives or dies. And you don't get any of that. So for all of you people who are hitting on Mass Effect, you should be happy with the ending of Andromeda, because Andromeda, you actually have a fairly decent fucking ending. They needed to do that with the trilogy, especially since the first game promised that by the time they got to the end, that you would have at least 17 different endings, and we get 4. 4 is a long way away from 17, which was a big ass clusterfuck. And you've seen the big stank that it made on the internet. And they made up for that shit with Andromeda. They did. They honestly, truly made up with that shit with Andromeda. Andromeda is almost perfect. If you can get past the glitches and all that, and the fact that there's 3 things that I have to complain about. And yes, number 1 is that motherfucking pie-jack. Number 2 is that you don't have an options of getting clothing. You have that one base uniform, and all you can do is change the fucking colors. Oh yeah, and you can get a fucking jacket. And this here is short sleeves. Not this shit way down here, which they count as short sleeves. And then, let's see, my third and final complaint. My third and final complaint was just like the glitches and the bugs and the fact that I can't get my motherfucking pie jack. You know, and did you know you shouldn't have to like go through extenuating circumstances to get the hoodie or the pie jack, and I can get Shady the Rat, but I can't get the pie jack, which is not fair. Also, if you want any real comparison or complaints, I think that the only thing that I really, really don't like about Mass Effect is that the guys who have PCs get the best versions because they get mods. They can make your characters run around butt ass naked. In the regular systems, you can't do shit. You know, maybe I don't want Sarah in the same damn clothing, and all I do is change the fucking color. Also, they don't get to take showers. That's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, if you can see a naked body with Liam doing push-ups, and you get to see Joel's ass, why can't you see Ryder's ass? Not male Ryder, but female Ryder. I mean, you see a ass load of Cora and PB. And you can't romance Lexi if you're a chick. And if you can, I haven't been able to figure that out. But stop hating on Mass Effect and let them fix everything that needs to be fixed. Let them give us a DLC. Let them make an Andromeda too. But let the story be great. And if you guys need ideas, call me. I'm an actor who needs a job. I'm James Williams Jr. Come for number 2. BCNU. Ah, crap.